I know most people go on stream for a couple hours, so I've been kind of like splitting it up. But yeah, like while I was off of here, I was cooking up this beat. It's very simple. Appreciate it. I see where this goes. I might actually go a completely different direction. I'm gonna mute the 808. I'm gonna just take this beat. We're not gonna make sure this is gonna mute the 808. I'm gonna grab a sample. Like I have a bunch of samples on here.
He's balling right now. While they're getting it together, he's balling right now. While they're getting it together.
I want that. Alright. Well, I might take that. I'm just gonna grab some random samples. Let's see what. Can I do some IDM? Probably on the syntax. Yo, it's crazy how that just lined up. It just sounds perfect. Hold on. Gotta get this right. So one thing I like to do is like with my 808s. Yeah, I mean, I could definitely do some generative stuff. Um, I probably wouldn't do the generative stuff naturally with samples. I would probably do that on my synthesizers. So I would do that on the Hydrogen. I could probably do that on the Digitone, which I haven't tried. This you could absolutely do it with the probabilities and the parameter locks, but I like to make, you know, let's see. Let's go back to the original beat. We're just mixing now. I also could have, because the Digitakt is so like easy, like I could just transfer beats, take the same groove, recycle that for another like track, like so easy. So I'm gonna take out take out that sample. I'm gonna take out the 808 here. Go back here. I'm just about to, cause I'm going for placements next year. Like I'm trying to put, like put some stuff out. Like I'm gonna go with the sample. Okay, so I gotta pick up the beat on this one. This one, I'm gonna have to speed it up. Same groove as last time, but I'm just literally just like, let's see. I might speed it up more. This is like 195, like so. I'm gonna, I'm gonna, I'm gonna go here. And we're gonna do this. Let me turn on this metronome. Oh, okay. I just gotta have that. All right, so then the B part, I'm just gonna. So remember the B part is like that. That's a fast tempo. Alright, so how I tune the 808s to the sample, if I know that the tuning of the sample is somewhere between a whole number, well, between whole numbers, so in this case it's 401, I'm gonna tune my 808s similar, like to achieve 100th of the decimal point, so it's in tune. I mean, 0.01 doesn't really matter. It's pretty negligible. So I might not even tune it. I might let it be a little out of tune. tune for my taste. So yo, I love tuning 808s. Like when I'm tuning 808s to a track, it gotta be you gotta pitch it all the way up so you can really hear um, like whether or not it's truly in tune. I know there's like a technical term, but keep it simple. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I tuned these 808s to negative 0.66 because that just seemed to work. So I'm gonna do the same in the next pattern. So let's see, minus 66. Let's get there. All right, cool. So we here. And I'm just like listening to like what works. So I found what works. So it's just gonna be a loop. Oh yeah, for the sample, I like to add some chorus sometimes, but it got a little too much reverb on it. I'm gonna actually turn down the chorus. Let's see. An easy way to get some variation on that is I'm just gonna copy paste the A part and I'm just gonna reverse the sample. Let's see what that Oh, that's what's dope about the Digitakt too. So not only can you just reverse it, like if you're using the grid mode, you can literally just like mess with the grid. It's almost like the octrack where you can mess with the number of slices and automatically you have a new pattern. Easy. And what I just did there is like I'm taking an envelope and applying no, I'm taking that the filter envelope, applying an envelope to that to where it's like wow wow wow. It's getting very synthy. As I'm like turning up that resonance. I'm actually from New York City in the United States. I'm making so now I'm gonna make a like a variation. You know what? I'm just gonna yo what? I messed up somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Oh, sorry, I'm getting lost right now. This is crazy. Oh. Sometimes you have like a happy accident with this machine. That's why I love this thing because I wouldn't be able to make these accidents, like make the same happy accidents on like a DAW. Like I would just have the beat there in a DAW or an MPC. I'd make the beat and that's it. This I could just make mad mistakes and it just works. Because this isn't even on a speaker. Like this is all in this is in a I'm running an audio interface iRig straight into my phone, so I don't gotta like make noise, but I can hear like the low end perfectly, and y'all can hear the low end perfectly. So this is like honestly, if nobody would know that I got like this going on. Like, nah, not my mom. I'm a grown man, bro. But yeah, this sound isn't even going through no speakers, nothing. I don't got no speakers here. This is all through an iRig. Like, yo, invest in an iRig, especially if you want to stream live. All you need is an iRig and a computer to, plug in a TRRS cord to record your audio. It's mad simple. Like you don't need speakers, none of that. That's why like I'm able to get this high quality sound into the video. It's like like it's crazy. Like I'm old. Like but that's why I'm able to like buy that drum machine like or not. Like mm, yo, one thing I like to do with my 808s though. One thing I like to do with my 808s, like add that bit reduction. Yo, I got mad R&B beats. Like I just don't. I mean, that's not like really fun to make. Like, not gonna lie. I made this on the last. Oh yeah, you was there. Yeah, this is a Digitakt too, man. Crazy. This thing, crazy. That's all I can say. This thing, crazy. Yo, I got some crazy fire on it. Oh, I didn't buy this. I didn't buy this, man. I was part of the rollout for it. So Electron actually. I didn't buy it. Honestly, I don't know if I would have bought it. Like, it just happened. Like, yo, it just happened. So you can't play chords on it because it's monophonic, but you can sample chords from a keyboard. So if I have a keyboard here, I could technically, play whatever in here from. I could sample that, right? This is a sampler, so you can play chords and sample it as audio, but you don't. You're able to then chop up that audio and then mangle it. And yeah, it's really cool. Like honestly, like this is a pretty cool machine. Let me see what this sounds like. Let me see. Let me see. I got another beat somewhere. Oh yeah, this one was fun. So all those chords that came from me playing the piano, uh, but I was actually making another beat, and you know, I just happened to stumble across these samples that I saved, and then I just chopped it up, and I'm literally using this one project to make a bunch of West Coast standing type of beats. You ever play with Ableton Push Stand? I don't really got. I don't. I've never actually worked with a Push 3. Is it good? Um, I'm not too familiar with that workflow, but I hear Ableton is very capable. And it's almost kind of, I hear it's like the DAWless. It works well for like, it's not exact. It's clearly a DAW, but I hear there's lots of ways you can configure it. It's not really a straightforward DAW. Oh yeah, I made that the other day. Nah, I'm looking for this beat that I made. Yo, but reason why I like this, of course, like it's not really about it. The MPC can do more. I feel like people are so stuck on having more this, more that. Like that's like the whole philosophy. I'm totally against that philosophy of necessary needing more. Yes, the MPC is very polyphonic. You have that polyphonic capability to play your notes, right, or to play your samples. You have a wide array of synths available within the MPC. I mean, it's a DAW for all that. You know, you got plugins within it. Um, but and like this is a focused machine. Like this is like for performance. Like and you can produce like crazy as you can see. So um, you know, yeah, MPC can have all the features out there, but like this can do specific things extremely well, and it's no comparison. Like um, it's in its own lane. I don't think it's fair to even compare the MPC to like the electron workflow. It's like it's crazy like that. It's like a different philosophy of thinking, a different mindset. Like honestly, I think of like the MPC and DAW like the right hand path of like production, very structured, very um, linear. I'll put it like this. I think of MPC, DAW, all that side of production. I think of that closer to composition and classical music. When you're recording stuff, it's I mean, you can always modify it, right? But you know, when you play a beat off of an MPC, most times you're playing it back. So you're just playing the beat, right? And maybe sequencing it to the next, they don't call it pattern, it's like the next sequence or whatever, I don't know. But it's very linear. This is more like jazz. It's performative. So you can do whatever you want in the moment. It's not, I mean, you can obviously figure out how to do that with the MPC with proper routing and MIDI, you know, control setup. But this, these are meant to, you're meant to like be able to quickly access different parameters and easily perform modulations, easily perform changes in the moment. And the changes that you make are set in stone, so you have to kind of be mindful of that. But this is an instrument. Again, like, this is like the piano. You can improvise on this. This is like a straight up instrument. DAW, the DAW, the MPC workflow, that's more like you're a composer, like Beethoven. You're documenting and bouncing out, you know, a beat. It's a composition that you play back. I mean, most times, some people use the MPC performatively, but most people, um, they may finger drum in the beat, but like that's it. It's set in stone. They're playing it back. It's kind of like a printout versus this is whatever beat I make here. It's, it can be easily manipulated in the moment and completely changed from one thing to another, as you can see with that other beat. Like, nah, not this one. It's the one I made. Like this one, like you saw it. I just was. I made all these variations of the beat, like in the moment, and I can keep doing that. I can keep creating new sections, and it's like within the bounds of the limitations of this machine. Again, I'll emphasize, yeah, it doesn't have polyphonic capability, polyphonic playback, but it has that electron sequencer that it's just, it does what it does very well. You know, MPC can I'll say it like this. Another way you can think about it. MPC and the DAW does everything. This does what it does very well, and it depends on what you want to do and if it aligns with your intention. Like, if you want to make uh, an amazing beat that's um, that's a record, yeah, grab you an MPC. But if you want to perform something, and obviously a performance can translate to a record, if and that's what Overbridge allows, right? But if you want to perform, get one of these. You want to play live. You want to, do things like add spontaneity to the process. Get one of these. You get like an Octatrack. You get these electron-based synthesizers where you can plug in specific parameters per step with the parameter locking function, or adding the LFOs, to random parameters. I mean, yeah, I mean, you get there's some stock stuff, but I mean, after a while, you want to start sampling your own material into your. But yeah, let me see. For some reason, I mean, you get you get stock sounds. There's some nice factory sounds. I oftentimes, like, this is a factory. I use these. These are factory loops, but again, if you're getting a sampler, the point of the sampler is for you to sample into it. So yeah, I absolutely use the factory sounds that come with it. But if you really want to push this to the bounds and get the most value out of a machine like this, you sample the world around you. Like, you sample everything. You know what I'm saying? Uh, how I've been liking the Digatone 2, I've been liking it a lot. Um, it's very nice to get a machine that has the electron sequencer with such a deep sound design capability, but also the fact that it's polyphonic takes it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? The wave modes are pretty good. Well, the algorithms are nice, right? You get the different algorithms, and then you get um, the different harmonics. It's almost pretty endless. It's a pretty deep sound design tool. So it's very good. Would I utilize the Digiton 2 in standalone consistently to make a record? Mm, Probably not. It's You just have to sound design everything, and if you want to sound design everything, cool. You can save things as presets. You can absolutely make any genre on the Digitakt 2, Digitone 2. I just prefer to use samples. Yeah, 16 tracks is crazy. Uh, and having 16 note polyphony across 16 tracks, amazing. Like you're not gonna use all 16 tracks, trust me. Um, I mean, you can try, but that's all you need. Um, but a tool like the Digitone 2 is great to pair with a sampler. Yeah, I used to have the original Digitone 2, Digitone 1. That was actually my first Electron box. And honestly, uh, going from 4 tracks to 16 tracks, that's a power to that's like four squared. Like that's crazy. I mean, the old box had what eight polyphony of 8 voices. Huge difference, yeah. Because like you run out of 8 voices. 16 voices is kind of tough. Like 8 voices, it's really a sidekick with 8 voices. Heck, the Hydrosynth has 8 voices. It's still a great sound design tool. But 16 voices, now it can be a standalone. You can have it standalone and it can stand on its two. And you can make an entire track with that. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think each of the boxes have their own strengths, and I think it's beneficial to have multiple. Like, I mean, if you're looking for the all-in-one thing, absolutely MPC. But yeah, no, they're absolutely easier than they look. I think the hardest box out of the three diggies, definitely the Digitone though, because it's kind of deep. Like, especially if you're not used to that FM sound. When I got my first FM, my first Digitone, the sound was I was new to synthesis and I never heard of FM synthesis. That's a learning curve, like, and the sounds are kind of harsh, especially if you're coming from more of a hip hop side. Like, the sounds are harsh, cold. It's not warm like analog or digital modeling of analog gear. It's cold, it's harsh, it can be blaring, uh, but I think you can achieve some cool sounds. Like, I often go back to Kanye West Yeezus. Like, I feel like you could achieve that sort of sonic signature with the Digiton too. Yeah, exactly. You have to process them, use them in a creative way, um, exactly to get them to sit well. But again, the new one, 16 tracks, 16 voices, crazy. Like, you can do everything. You can basically create a new genre with that box. I feel like one box nobody's mentioning is the Syntact, which personally, the Syntact is one of my favorite boxes because that's a real drum machine. That's a real drum machine. Like, the Syntact is a drum machine. It has its opportunities to improve, but the Syntax a real drum machine. Like, you can do so much with that. That's a real groove box. Like, it's not too overly deep on the sound designs side, but you can really get some like really unique stuff out of that. Like the Syntax, you could get stuck in the Syntax mode. Like, it's really its own space. Like, you got the analog, you got the digital, got a little FM. You could really just like lock in, and I mean, you can't make a. I don't think you can make a. I don't have the analog rhythm, but an analog an analog drum machine such as the rhythm has an amazing kick from what I hear. Syntax is partially analog as well, but I think the rhythm has like a more powerful kick. Um, I think for all of them, the sound is really what you make it. It's not really that the sound is good or bad or I think the sound with these machines is what you make it. Um, the rhythm just isn't that hot like gain was. Hmm. I have to um, yeah, I gotta check out the analog rhythm. I just wouldn't want to get it because it's like 7 years into its like what product life cycle. Heck, the analog Mark II rhythm Mark II is technically just a reboot of the original analog rhythm, so it's not really like anything new. So I would want to wait till that. But yeah, no, the TR-808. Yo, funny thing, I actually have TR-808 samples in my Octatrack. I got that from online. Like I'll be making some like 90s, 80s sounds with that, so that'd be fun. Yo, so the Mark II is way different. Okay, okay, nah, fair. I thought it was just like a facelift or something like that. But yeah, man, yo, I appreciate y'all for joining. I'm gonna do another one of these probably tomorrow, if not the next day. I gotta head out, take a bio break, and probably just end it for the night. But yo, I appreciate y'all for joining. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. I sincerely appreciate the support, and thank you very much for your time. Peace.